Special thanks to Patreon supporter Owen Brost for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared2 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the LAV-AD. The LAV-AD, or AD standing for Air Defense, is an LAV fitted with an electric turret mounting a General Dynamics GAU-12 equalizer 25mm 5-barreled Gatling cannon, and 2 missile pods, each with 4 FIM-92 Stinger missiles for short-range air defense duties. Capacity for 990 rounds of 25mm ammunition and 16 FIM-92 Stinger missiles. A variant using the Minstrel missile in place of the Stingers was developed for the export market. So yeah, the LAV-AD here, basically a variant of the LAV series of vehicles, and is a pretty cool one nonetheless. I wasn't really too familiar with this one until I came across as a request, and kind of happy to dive into it and build ourselves a cool variant of the LAV series of vehicles. We recently did the LAV-AT, which is the anti-tank version, so this right here being the anti-air version will fit awesome into any of your convoys or any even into your basically maps or anything like that as a cool kind of self-propelled anti-aircraft type vehicle. Before we go and jump in and take a look at the build, I do want to go ahead and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Owen Brost for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a viewer request to your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel and is really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link will always be in my video descriptions. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here to take a look at the LAV-AD. So, begin with, it's obviously built on the LAV-25 chassis, kind of that light armored vehicle I believe is what LAV stands for. So same kind of chassis here, very similar to that of the LAV-AD we did recently. We have all the top details, all that stuff, the exhausts. We had a little spare tire on the side here, and also some different, equipment and stuff like that strapped to the sides of the vehicle, just to kind of add a little more detail, make it look a little more interesting. We then have the turret itself, which is kind of the main, difference with this vehicle, and that's going to be, you have the missile launchers there. And then you also have the windows here, basically the control areas for the gunners or operators of this system. We have the cannon, so the GAU-12 Gatling gun, so that's located right here. And we have smoke grenade dispensers here to the sides. We have basically all the little instruments, stuff like that, all the antenna and communication equipment. And in the back here, it's pretty standard to other LAVs. You have the 2 doors for entering and exiting the vehicle. But overall, pretty nice little design for this vehicle, and should make an awesome addition to any of your little convoys as a cool little anti-aircraft type vehicle. Without further ado though, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our first layer, we're going ahead and begin with layer 1. For layer 1 to get started with, here we're going to place down 2 polished blackstone upside down stairs like this, back to back from each other. We're going to go then place down another set of 2 of polished blackstone stairs like so. We're going to go then place down a stonebrick top slab coming off these 2 stairs here, an iron trapdoor over, and then there are 2 stonebrick top slabs like this. We then want to place down 2 polished blackstone stairs back to back on this side as well, and that right there will create basically our 2 front axles and our 4 front wheels. We then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off that center iron trapdoor like so. With that all done, going ahead and going back from this, we want to go ahead and skip a space from those polished blackstone stairs there. We're going to place down another set of 2 like this, and same thing over here as well. We're going to then place down a stonebrick top slab here, iron trapdoor, and another stonebrick top slab. And we're going to just do the same thing on this side as well. And stonebrick top slab, iron trapdoor, and stonebrick top slab. With that all complete, we're going to then take our dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row 3 across this section here, followed by a second row 3, and then 1 coming off the center like so. We're going to go then grab ourselves some item frames, and along with those item frames, we want to go and grab some tripwire hooks. We're going to place down item frames on these 2 blocks, and then we're going to place down tripwire hooks in the item frames and rotate them so they're facing downwards like so. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 1. Here's an aerial view of what that will look like from a top-down view. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to begin with, we're going to place down 2 polished blackstone stairs back to back on top of each one of these sets of 2, just to go ahead and basically complete our wheel design here, like so. And this is going to be applied to all 4 wheels, or sorry, all 8 wheels, I should say. And we basically will have all 8 wheels complete. Now at this point, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves a stone brick wall, and we're also going to go ahead and need to grab ourselves an anvil. We're going to go ahead and place down a anvil on top of each one of these iron trapdoors, and then a stone brick wall to both sides of this anvil, like so. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab green terracotta. We're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across the front here. And then coming off that row of 3, we're going to place down a row of 3 of dark oak with stairs. We're going to go ahead and place down an item frame on those 2 stairs there to the sides, a tripwire hook in those item frames, and we're going to go ahead and rotate the tripwire hook so it faces downwards like that. Then taking our green terracotta, we're going to place a row of 3 across here, another row of 3 across this space, a row of 3 across here, and then another row of 3 between these stairs here. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down one more additional row of 3 that goes across like that. We then want to place down a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides like so, and then coming off that wall, we're going to place down a item frame like this to both sides, and in that item frame, we want to place down a cobweb like so. If you're on Java, we'll also go ahead and place down a dark oak fence gate coming off this wall here, and open that toward the rear of the vehicle, or I should say basically toward that direction there, away from the vehicle. And same thing over here on this side. Now you won't be able to do this if you're on a different version, such as Bedrock or Pocket Edition, just because you cannot place a fence gate and item frame in the same block space. So if that's the case, I would recommend just placing down the item frame and disregarding the fence gates there. The fence gates are a nice little bit of extra detail, but the item frame there, I would say, is probably a little bit more important to show that those propellers there for the amphibious capabilities of this vehicle. So just a heads up there, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do there for the back. After that though, we're going to then place down a green stained glass pane there in the center, and then we're going to place down a brown stained glass pane to both sides there. Now at this point, if you're on Java, we can go ahead and use our commands to actually modify the back here. And to do this, we're going to do /give space @p Minecraft : and we're going to go ahead and type in debug, one word, _stick, and we can press enter, and it will give us this glowing stick. We can use this stick to go ahead and change the properties here of these glass panes. So we're going to go ahead and do selected, and your facing might be a little bit different depending on which direction you have this vehicle built, but we're just going to basically extend the glass panes by going ahead and selecting the direction we want the pane to extend to, and then right clicking it like that, and it'll extend those across that space like so. So kind of a nice little extra way to kind of sprucing up the back there, make it look a little bit more, all together. But yeah, just a nice little feature you can do there for the back if you're on Java. With that though, we're going to go ahead and now move into making those banners for the wheels there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the materials for that, and I'll show you guys how to make those banners. Alright guys, so moving into making the banners here for the wheels. They're really simple to make, and all we're going to need is 2 black banners, 2 green dye, and 4 black dye. We're going to place down our loom, go into our loom, we're going to place down our black banners, our green dye, and our black dye. Or, sorry, just our green dye to begin with. For both these banners here, we're going to go ahead and select the lines on the left side for green. So that's going to be our first banner, and then we're going to do a line on the right side of green like that, vertically. We're going to go ahead and place down each of these banners back into our loom, and we're going to take our black dye, and we're going to go do a line across the top there, and a line across the bottom right there to go ahead and make this banner like so. Same thing will be done for this one, just like this. And what this does is creates these 2 banners here with a little portion of green, kind of helps show the rim and just kind of helps make these wheels look a little bit nicer. So all we're going to do to place these is we're just going to go ahead and go to the side of these 2 polished black stone stairs that we just placed in this layer, and we're just going to go ahead and place them down on the side of these stairs like so. And just kind of helps make it a little bit nicer there and all that stuff. So right there is basically all we have for that. I would recommend holding on to these banners because we do have the spare tire up here on the side of the vehicle that we will get to a little bit later. So just make sure you have another set kind of on standby and ready for that. But with that, let's go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. And moving into our next layer, we have layer 3. For layer 3 to begin with, we're going to place down a row 3 of green terracotta across this section here, a row 3 of dark oak with upside down stairs, and then a zombie head here to both sides of that row of 3. We're going to go then place down our dark oak with upside down stair to the sides here, then a row 3 of green terracotta across this section here, and then a dark oak with upside down corner stair coming off that stair going back. We're going to go then place down a green terracotta block on top of each one of these anvils, and then to the sides of that green terracotta block, we're going to place down a stone brick wall to the sides here, like so. And then we just want to fill in the space here between these walls and green terracotta with just rows of 3 of green terracotta like so. And then on the back here, we're going to go 2 more rows on top of the rows from the previous layer. Now with that all out of the way, we can go ahead and focus on the sides here. Going back from this dark oak wood top side, I'm going to place down 1, 2, 3 more. And then a dark oak wood upside down stair. Same thing will be over here, 1, 2, 3. And then a dark oak wood upside down stair. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Dark oak wood top slabs back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 back. We're going to go then place down a dark oak wood upside down stair, like this to both sides. After we have that done, we're going to go and place down a granite wall to both sides like so, and then a mossy cobblestone wall there in the center, like that. Again, if we're on Java, we can go ahead and place down a block that's going to be a space of 1 from these granite walls. We're going to place down a tripwire hook, and using our command that we used before, we're going to use our /give at debug stick, or at p Minecraft debug stick, and we're going to go ahead and use our debug stick here to go ahead and change the direction. So we're going to go ahead and have it selected to selected facing by going ahead and left clicking, and then we can right click it and it will attach, or we can go and rotate it until it connects up to our walls like so. We can also go to our walls here and we can change the directions of these walls. So we're going to have them lowered like so, and we'll just change the directions there of them so that they sit low like that across, and they kind of fill in that backspace a little bit better across the back. Again, some extra little Java features there to make it a little bit nicer. Anyways, though, with that out of the way, we're going to add our extra details on to the sides here. So beginning with our right side, we're going to go ahead and place down a polished black stone upside down stair, and a second stair right behind it. It'll be coming off this dark oak wood corner stair and this first dark oak wood top slab like so. On the opposite side, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some dried kelp blocks, and we're going to go ahead and go to our first 2 dark oak wood top slabs. We're going to place down 2 dried kelp blocks here on the side, like so. After that, we want to go ahead and then grab a cut sandstone top slab. We're going to place it down coming off the side here of this last dark oak wood stair there on the back. With that all of the way, though, that right there is going to conclude what we have there for layer number 3. Here's a look at what it looks like from a top-down view, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to begin with, we're going to go ahead and place down a daylight detector on top of this dark oak wood stair, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides of that daylight detector, like so. Once we have that all complete, we're going to go ahead and take our dark oak wood slabs, place down a row of 3, a dark oak wood trapdoor fence gate to both sides like this, and then an item frame coming off those fence gates like this, and a snowball in those item frames like so. After we have that done, we have a couple options of what we can do for the side mirror. If you're on Bedrock or Pocket Edition, I would place down a fence gate like so and open it toward that one like that. And then we're going to go ahead and just very simply place down a zombie head at a slight angle on top of this fence gate. If you're on Java, we'll go ahead and use a different technique here, which will be basically blowing a block out to the side here like so. So we have a space of 1 between this block and this fence gate on the side. We're going to place down a lever on the side of this block, and we're going to go ahead and then use our debug stick here. Go ahead and get to selected facing, and we can go ahead and right click to rotate it until it connects to our fence gate like so. And on top of that, we'll very simply just place down a zombie head like so. After that, we want to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of pistons. If you're on Bedrock or Pocket Edition, I would use end portal frames. And then we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab to both sides of those like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of polished black stone blocks. So going back from this piston here on the right side, we're going to place down a row of 3 back. We then want to place down 2 polished black stone walls, and then a green stained glass pane, and then a wither skeleton skull, which will be coming off this glass pane like that to the side there. We then also want to go ahead and grab a dark oak wood sign, and we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign coming off the side here of this wall. And while we're at it, we can also place down our 2 polished black stone stairs on top of these 2. And we're going to go ahead and take our banners and just place down our banners there on the sides to go ahead and make that wheel. After we have that done, we're going to take our green terracotta, and we then want to place down 1 and 2 blocks over, 1, 2, and 1, 2 for that middle space there. We're going to then place down 2 green stained glass panes on the side here, and then we're going to follow this up with a stripped birchwood block like that, and we're going to then take our dark oak wood buttons, and we will go ahead and wrap it around this block as well, and we're going to go ahead and extend this back 1 more block. Again, our dark oak wood buttons wrapped around like so. And then we're going to place down a lever, which will be, or 2 levers on top of these 2 dried kelp blocks like that, basically activated so that they look like they connect up to the vehicle. After that, though, we're going to go ahead and then take our green terracotta. We're going to place down a row of 3, or sorry, yeah, row 3 across of green terracotta, and then a green stained glass pane over here. Next row here is going to be another row 3 of green terracotta across, a green stained glass pane again to both sides. We're going to go ahead and place now 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows of 3 of green terracotta going back just to kind of fill in that middle section there all the way back. On the right side here to begin with, we're going to place down a shulker box. After that shulker box, we want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of dark oak trapdoors, and then on the end here, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall. On the sides here, we're going to grab dark oak signs. We're going to place down a dark oak sign on the shulker box, the 2 trapdoors, and the mossy cobblestone wall like that. On the end here, we're going to go ahead and place down a green stained glass pane. On the left side, however, it's a little bit different. We're going to start off by going ahead and placing down a mossy cobblestone wall, then 2 stripped birchwood blocks, and then a green shulker box. We're going to go and take our dark oak signs, place it along the side there of those 4 blocks. And same thing, a green stained glass pane here on the back. Or actually, my bad, it's going to be a green shulker box, and then our 2 stripped birchwood. So just go ahead and rotate those blocks, and then it should look like this there on the side. And then also coming off the side here on top of the sandstone top side, we're going to place down a sandstone wall. In the space in the middle here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on top of that mossy cobblestone wall, as well as a stripped birchwood block right on top of these. One thing to note is that it does look like our tripwire hooks will break, so just go ahead and make sure you replace those using the same techniques that I did in the previous layer. So just like that. And once we have that done, we can go ahead and place down item frames on these 2 glass panes, and in those item frames, we're going to go ahead and place down a red apple, like so. And with that all done right there, that is going to conclude everything we have there for layer number 4, and with that, we will go ahead and move into layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a zombie head on top of this green stained clay block, or green terracotta block, followed by a zombie head at a slight angle to both sides, and then one on the slight angle like that on top of those glass panes there. We then want to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of this piston here, then a zombie head like that, and then a end rod coming off this zombie head like that going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, and 3 rails like that going back. At this point also, we can take our debug stick, and if you're on Java, we'll take our pistons and right click them like so to go ahead and get rid of that top portion to help with the slope armor there in the front of the vehicle. With that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a spruce wood trapdoor on this green terracotta block right here. And we then want to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood button right after this last rail right here on the side. At this point, we're going to start work on our turret, which is going to involve placing down a dark oak wood slab here, and then a dark oak wood slab right there. In the space in between those, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate, and then taking a dark oak wood sign, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign coming off the fronts here of these 2 dark oak wood slabs. We then want to go ahead and place down a wither skeleton skull that's going to be coming off the side there of that fence gate, or sorry, of the side of the sign. And then coming off the fence gate here in the center, we're going to place down 1 and 2 wither skeleton skulls like that for our 25mm autocannon. Or I should say chain gun, really. We're going to go ahead and place down a black stained glass block to both sides like so. And in that middle space, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves an anvil. We're going to place down an anvil right there in the center. To the sides here of these blocks, we're going to place down a zombie head like that to both sides, as well as a zombie head on top of this green shulker box right there. Going ahead and continuing back, we're going to place down a green terracotta block back from those glass full blocks there. And in the middle space here, we're going to place down a block of netherite, like so. And then another green terracotta block back on both sides. And then a daylight detector there in the center. To the right side, we are going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood upstairs stair. And then we're going to place down a green stained glass pane right here in this section like that. You can also use a zombie head if you're on a different version. That will also work there as well because it doesn't connect. But if you're on Java, we can go ahead and place down our glass pane there. And again, using our debug stick, we can go ahead and change the properties of this, or change the facing so that it faces toward and connects up to that stair right there. Anyways, after that's done, on the side here of that stair also, we want to go ahead and grab an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of the stair, a green terracotta block in the item frame, and again, if you're on Java, a dark oak wood sign on the side there of that stair as well. Then after that, over here to the other side, the left side here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 light gray or green stained glass panes like that. This first one right here will also go ahead and alter so that it faces forward like so, to look like it connects up to that zombie head like that. And then also on the back here, a few more details here is going to be a lever coming off the back of this stair here. Then a green, an item frame on top of this green terracotta block, and then a green terracotta block in the item frame, and then a green carpet on top of that spruce wood log. And with that all done right there, that is going to conclude everything we have there for layer 5. Here's a look at it from up above of what that should look like. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our final layers here of the build. And going ahead and moving into our final layers here, we have layers 6 through 9. For these layers to go ahead and get started with, we want to go ahead and begin with by going ahead and going to this stair here. We're going to go ahead and place down a green terracotta block on top of that, and then taking our dark oak wood slabs, we're going to place down 2 top slabs forward and 1 top slab back. We want to go ahead and then grab our item frames and our black beds, as well as our dark oak wood signs. We're going to place down an item frame with a black bed rotated so the pillow is facing toward the outside there, and same thing on the back here on the side of this top slab. We then want to go ahead and go to the side here of the top slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down dark oak wood signs right along the side here. And again, if you're on Java, we'll place a dark oak wood sign on the side of the top slabs with the item frames as well. So that's going to be our first kind of portion there, the missile pod. And then on the inside here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block on top of the block of netherite, and then 2 dark oak wood top slabs forward and 1 dark oak wood top slab back. Again, same thing here. We want to place down our item frame, our black bed with the pillow toward the outside of the vehicle, dark oak wood sign, and then over here, same thing, and dark oak wood sign if applicable. Then on the sides here, we're just going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood sign on the side of this first top slab and not the rest of it. Now once we get to this point, we want to go and then grab ourselves some iron bars. We're going to place down 2 iron bars on top of this black stained glass block, as well as on top of this one here. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood stair that's going to be on top of this block here. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves an item frame and a black stained glass pane. We're going to place down an item frame and a black stained glass pane on the back there of that stair. Now once we have that done, we're going to then go to this lever. We're going to go ahead and go up 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars like that for an antenna. And also on this this green stained glass pane here, we're going to go up 4 as well. So like so. Then in the middle here, we're going to go ahead and grab a end rod. We're going to place down an end rod right here. And we're going to go ahead and go up from the end rod 2 dark oak wood fence posts like so. And then lastly, for this kind of middle section here, we're going to place down a spruce wood trapdoor on top of that green terracotta block there in the space in the middle. After that's done, we're going to then build our next rocket pod set, which will be on top of these by placing down a row of 4 of dark oak wood slabs. Same thing we did before. We're going to go ahead and place down a item frame like this on the ends here. Beds rotated to the pillows rotated to the outside there on the beds. And same thing over here. Place our dark oak wood signs on the ends here if you're able to. Just like that. And then we're going to go ahead and run dark oak wood signs here along the side. On the right side like that. Over here on the left side, we'll place it on these 2 slabs and then this 1 slab right there. And after we have that all done there, that is going to pretty much do it for the LAV-AD. Hopefully, just making sure everything's good to go, and everything does appear to be good to go, so I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this build and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this tutorial, I'll do it so you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be a link from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free user for projects you guys are working on. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Owen Brost, and as always, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gary 204, and I'll see you guys next time.